Hello everybody, welcome back to Horror Zone and me catching up with as many horror films as possible to review. Another quick short video. We are reviewing Obsession, or Obsessed. I keep calling it one or the other. I'm obsessed with Obsession. As you would have seen in my Backrooms review, this film is in my mind a lot more than Backrooms, and there's a few reasons, but the main one is Indy Navarrete. Sorry if I said her name wrong. The main actress in this film is amazing. I think a indie low budget film like this, having good actors is something which I think a lot of people take for granted and doesn't always pull off very well, but here it really does. I think just her physical acting, the way she moves, the way she smiles, the way she can just stare at you in silence and you don't know where to look. She doesn't do anything inherently scary in terms of like becomes a demon or her face changes or she's some sort of other creature. It's just the facial expressions, the clever lighting and the camera shots that are used, all things that are very cheap and easy to do, are nailed here, and her performance makes this even better and scarier. Now, I wouldn't say it's not the scariest film I've ever seen. In fact, I wouldn't really say it's a scary film. I'd just say it's a creepy film. I mean, you know, it's a bit of a love story with Bear, and, you know, we've all had people that we fancy that don't fancy us back, but I don't think many of us would want the obsession on a level that she got with him. But I like the story. I think it's kind of an easy story to tell and done ever so well. I want to discuss the car scene because that shat me up in the cinema, because I was in the cinema to watch this. Yeah, fair play. That was one of the best jump scares ever. And it was sad actually just to sort of see the kind of romantic or the real close bond that Bear had with his friend, and then for her just to be killed in that very graphically violent way is heartbreaking to see, but also I rewatched the scene after I've been to the cinema because all I could think about was the jump scare. I think the actual scene is beautiful, which makes it horrific for when she's killed. And there are other scenes where they're at the party and what does she do? She stabs herself with some glass or something. It's quite graphic really. Yeah. The show uses violence quite a bit and I just think it's a fantastic film. Now, what do I feel like? How do I feel about there being a second one? Because there is going to be a second one. Not for a while, but there's going to be one. I'm not quite sure. I think some films need a second film, or potentially even more, like Backrooms. Obsession, I think, should stand on its own. And if you are to have a second film, I'm guessing there'll be new acts. It'll be a completely new type of story with new people, because what else is there to do with Nikki? You're putting a lot of pressure because this film is very good. You could bring Nikki into the second film in some way. Maybe she could say, no, you know, don't use this. Don't use the Wish Willow. One Wish Willow, is that it? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But no, I think the ending is... It made me look at Nikki differently because I almost kind of forgot that this wasn't her fault. She got forced into becoming this, and this guy had basically, you know, took her consent and just said, fall in love with me. And when she snaps out of it, that moment, and then how the end credits roll, you can't just left feeling, oh, Bear, you're such a twat for what you did. Obsession. I like it a lot. You could even say I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, I'm sure that joke's been said by many people, but it's true. How do I feel about a second one? I don't think we need one. But we're going to get one. And I'll be watching it. But this could probably be the best horror film of 2026. I know we're only, well, I'm in July when I'm filming this, so there's still a long way to go. And of course, we're not into the horror season yet, but no, this is solid for the budget they had and the production company they were with. This is very, very good. But let me know what you think. Did you like Obsession? Were you obsessed? Or you just thought it was okay? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe if you're new and give this video a like. We do reviews, but we also do, I'm about to say opinions, but that's what a review is. A review is an opinion. We also do latest news on stuff as well for other franchises that I like, including Terrifier, Smile, zombie stuff as well. So yeah, anyway, for now, I'll see you all very, very soon.